Start the fucking episode. I mean, what? Hey!
Welcome back to what?
Question mark.
God damn it! This is so. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
Oh yeah. Also, all our saves are gone.
That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. What? You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's... Do I have to go through all that until, like, the big decision, but it's gonna be with somebody else now?
Oh no, it gets...
But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh no, what? No, what is happening? It's an ordained day at school like any other. What is happening? Mornings are usually the worst, but being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together.
Seems like the game's kind of fucked up, huh, bud?
Yeah, meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. What? I always tell myself, it's about time I meet some girls or something like that.
The game script has changed.
Monica is a goddamn robot and she erased Sayori. But I have no motivation to join the
Sayori killed
club.
herself.
No. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average with spending my free time on games and anime.
That's my life.
There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway.
Oh, girls. Ah, girls.
I wonder if by picking Monica, if you divert all this and everybody stays.
Nothing happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You pick her and the other two are like, what the fuck, Monica? Like, you have the least amount of work. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's eliminated as a choice. And I've also tried to pick Sayori. And Monica was like, no, she's working with me. And I was like, then basically it's just Natsuki and your only choices.
And what have you ever picked Natsuki?
I've seen playthroughs where people pick Natsuki.
But the same thing happens?
Yeah, it's just
Different.
the whole cupcake thing is different. It's kind of rapey, but
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and
because
it's
it looks like she's
over
14,
before I know it.
and there's a part where you like hold her arms up, and she's like up against the wall, and she's like, ah, and I'm like, fuck, I'm like 14-year-old. Anyway,
After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall before looking for an ounce of motivation.
dude, this is my life.
Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but I forgot to start the goddamn...
But to start with the timer.
Start with the anime club. Silas? Monica? What? I fucking knew it! Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't Oh wait, no. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Monica, you're my favorite.
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
God, she's just so amazing, Monica.
Basically completely out of my league.
Every woman I've ever met.
So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Oh my god, you quit the debate club?
Really? You quit?
Then what club are you in, Monica?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
Oh, tell me about it.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
Yeah, I feel ya.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
I'd much rather take something much.
In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one.
What? Monica?
A literature club.
Oh,
What?
the game glitched. It's shifting. The game is moving.
Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry.
Anal.
I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Manga?
Wait, really?
I'm into that.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
You should go.
She's always insisting that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess.
Full net.
And besides, a member's a member, right?
Whoa, what is that supposed to mean, Monica?
Did Monica say she? Hey, Silas. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could be my... You could do me a big favor?
Huh, it rhymes with my asshole. Oops! I gave it away.
I won't ask you to join, but
Join my asshole.
if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy.
I would want nothing less, Monica. I just want you to be happy.
Please?
Only Monica.
Why are you saying these things? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica?
Yeah, just Monica.
Sure, I guess I could check it out. Aha! Awesome! You're really sweet, Silas. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then?
Shall we go then?
I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
Oh, she likes you.
I don't know how I feel. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. This is exactly the same as what happened.
Except Sayori isn't here.
I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Oh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Silas. Hey,
What
babe.
was that? It's Akira.
We got a film for 2 weeks, because Chase isn't here next weekend.
I'm not. I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody!
It's Kira. She's here. She has some horns. 'Cause Canada.
All words escape me in this situation. How was the thing?
Sayori hung herself.
Yeah, Sayori's dead. She hung herself. She was dealing with depression. I never do. And I loved her, and I said I loved her, and then I walked to school without her, and when I got back, she was dead. No, she's not there anymore. The game erased her. We're starting over. She was the... No, she's dead. She's not even there anymore. Like,
She was the one
the
with
game,
like, the pink hair.
The game restarted itself. You'll have to watch the episodes.
I don't want to.
Well, then you'll
Exactly.
never know.
What's she look like?
She was the one with the...
The one that ate everything.
Yes.
But she seems so happy.
She's not. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
I'm cute. Can I be there?
You're already here.
Is that not... So let me guess.
You missed it. I clapped my balls
You're
twice.
Monica's boyfriend, right?
I clapped my balls twice. What?
Okay, that's your fault.
No, I'm not.
It was.
It was.
You went, ha! Slapped
Slap my balls.
ball sack, yeah. That's so cute.
Yes, nothing got done. I wasn't expecting filming to go this late.
Yeah. It's not his fault. I just realized that I won't be here for, like...
Yep.
You
The
can
girl
do
with
it,
the
I believe
sour
you.
attitude.
Yeah, Zaya's coming over too.
Whose name? Now?
Well, once he eats.
Okay, is apparently Natsuki. Is one I don't recognize.
This is the baby
Her
that you need to do, babe.
Yep. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Energetic as usual, as casual.
Hey, Chase.
Yes.
Did Silas tell you that we locked our cat in the bathroom for 7 hours on accident?
No. He didn't mention anything about that.
I feel bad.
And this is Yuri, the vice president.
He probably has abandonment issues now. It's nice to meet you.
This is so fucked up. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Silas in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club.
Why is it your name? Why can't it be Chase's?
Because he decided I was the one playing through this
I've
game.
already played this game.
Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica. God, her voice. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? She's kind of bitchier than usual. I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry.
You gonna nick me again?
Yeah, he was really necking Chase
He
real
was,
hard.
yeah.
What, on his neck?
Yeah.
He was just lick.
That's what he does to me.
Licking the
I
aftershave.
didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
In that case,
Did you
I should
feed
at
him?
least make some tea, right?
Did you feed him?
Yeah, I fed him twice already.
Why twice?
Because 2 times at a quarter cup.
Okay, we're starting that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Silas?
She's really aggressive.
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you don't really plan on coming here,
Didn't.
but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
She wasn't this
No,
happy and cheerful
No.
the first time we
no.
played this.
She looks a lot like Monica.
She is Monica.
She looks a lot like Sayori as what I am. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Because you killed my best friend. It must be hard to start a new club.
She's certainly dead.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new.
Are you interested in putting out?
Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
Boo, 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 literature.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile.
Wow. What are you saying?
When is it gonna? But it makes school events like the festival that much more important.
Can't wait.
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, gosh.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal.
Man, there's only 3 of them. That's
Monica
weird.
must have worked really hard to come to just to find these two. Why'd you slap me? Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set.
Guess where I was for like 3 hours?
Where?
Steve Marlene's.
Oh, really?
We were invited horseback riding in the spring. But you're not horseback riding. You, Steve, and my dad are going shooting.
That works for me.
Yeah, I was like, he's scared of horses. He's like, he ain't horse riding.
Good. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. It falls because there's no desk in the middle. You keep all two in this classroom?
It's a perfect circle in the middle. It falls. Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission.
Can I fall in love with her all over
After
again?
all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. Can I fall in love with her all over again? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Oh, that's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you.
You gotta travel.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
Wow, I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles at herself
To herself.
in relief. No, at herself.
Yeah.
So pretty, Yuri.
So, Silas, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Natsuki head?
Natsuki head? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? No, literally.
What am I saying?
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. It reminds me of my asshole.
God, a rim job would be nice right now.
My favorite. Oh, that's you.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
Too bad I'm not a book. But you know, I like a lot of things.
Like being depressed.
Stories with the deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well, like this game you're playing. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Stop!
Remember when she said this at the beginning and you're just like, oh, that's cool, and now the game has done it? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
No! I read a horror book once.
This is this fucking
I desperately
game.
grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
God, I'd like to rock her socks. Anyways, Monica.
I didn't expect that from you, Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri.
It suits your personality.
Did you say that last time? Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
I don't know what I'm doing. What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Give that back.
Fine.
Ah!
Why are you breaking things?
Oh, I'm trying to kind of clean up a little bit, but no.
Natsuki, you... Oh, that's me.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Oh. Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them. You're right, I won't.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Wait, this is going up really quick. Are we
Sharing
getting
that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Did a little hippie dancing.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Who's Nat? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Who's Nat?
Are you a Nat?
Monica, are you Nat?
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Okay.
Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
Okay.
That way, everyone is even.
Perfect.
Ah? I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Oh shit. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. Since Sayori's dead,
And no longer in the game.
I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Silas?
Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to... What?
He's eating my pickles.
Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought.
No, I'm
All three girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But,
I'm sorry, I thought.
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Silas. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club.
It's because one's fucking dead.
So they're not even like acknowledging the fact that she's dead?
No, the game just reset and she's not even in the game no more.
The game's kind of fucked up right now.
So, oh, she died, but it's fine. Let's keep
Yeah, she died, it said the end, it reset, and it wouldn't let us load a game because it erased all our save files. And then we had to choose new game, which didn't say new game, it was a bunch of fucking symbols and shit. And then the first mention of it glitched out and just skipped past it. It was like, hey!
It like rewrote to where it's like, I was always alone. I never had anyone in my life, and it's this now.
We need 4.
Are you fucking Japanese?
And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more by the festival...
4.
By the festival!
Okay!
I am defenseless against these girls.
God, I would be too.
Oh, you found the green-haired one. You said nothing. Could have done
Whatever.
shit.
I'm a master
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this?
lovemaker.
Chase found a green-headed girl that he kind of
Green-headed?
green hair.
Green-haired?
She
Green
has
hair.
a green head.
I'm having pink hair on Tuesday.
I would feel terrible for
She's
letting
like Natsuki.
everyone down in this situation.
Can't
And
wait to
besides,
see
the
it.
club itself seems pretty relaxed.
Yeah, man.
So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful, girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh, look at how happy they are.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Silas?
No.
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
Silas, I'm so happy.
Why does she? Was she the only one with like a normal name?
Monica? Yeah.
We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing.
She's really buttering you up, huh?
Yeah. I'll do
Let's
everything
get
I can
pants.
to give you a great time. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over
Pickles
at
in a
me
cup?
once more.
You want a pickle?
Yes, please.
I'll give you one.
Pickle
that
me
you
up.
Didn't lick.
Oh no.
Silas, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Oh, pickled.
Yeah.
Ah!
Stop, guys, please. You're making me uncomfortable.
Oh.
And
Pickle porn.
can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety swelling, the anxious swelling welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
So you're trying to get Monica's pants now?
I don't know whose pants I'm gonna get in. I was trying for Yuri for so long, and then Sayori was like, I'm super depressed. I was like, no, I feel bad. And then I was kind of like, but she's been there my entire life. I love her. And then I told her I loved her, and then she hung herself.
With that,
I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls.
4.
Natsuki,
Bitch.
Yuri, and of course, Monica.
that's it. That's all of them. Just the 3. Always has been.
Will I really be happy spending every day of school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
Oh yeah, that's what happened last time.
And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
It's your favorite minigame.
The only part of the game.
Oh, we unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yeah, I guess.
A
joke.
joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. So that sounds a lot like what happened to Sayori.
What's happening?
Are you drinking my coffee? Stop, cat! You can't have everything that's mine!
You spoil him too much.
Kitty!
Yeah, Kitty!
Defeat!
Sure. Let's let Kira pick them.
Suicide!
Oh.
Giggle! Kiss!
I heard Kiff.
Shiny!
Apparently this is gonna be a...
Lollipop!
Yay, Natsuki.
Hopeless!
There it is.
Nibble!
I saw it too.
The bottom one, I don't know what that says.
This one?
Yeah.
Uncontrollable.
Lucky!
Apparently this is a
Cry.
Natsuki run.
Rain cloud! What?
Kawaii?
Disaster.
Oh.
Desire.
Oh. Double D.
Death.
Triple D.
Frightening. Unstable.
Dang. Requited?
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Oh, that's Sayori. Oh, that's Sayori.
It's terrifying. Hi again, Silas. That was Sayori's face. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. We have half an hour still. Nah,
Good.
don't worry. Oh god. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I at least keep my words. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Your face.
Why?
Thanks for keeping your promise, Silas. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you.
It is! Everybody's doing weird shit.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, come on, like he
Why is that
deserves any
happening?
slack. You already
It's
had
part
to
of the
be
game.
dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. She's in front of the text.
I can have a big mouth for someone who keeps
Her
manga
manga
collection in the club room.
Manga?
Natsuki finds herself struck between saying Monica and manga.
Is it just me, or is the camera slightly tilted?
I think it is.
Ghost!
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Silas. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. I'm not Natsuki.
Anyway, well, I can't shoot myself a glance.
Sure you can, use a mirror.
Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Wait, did we pick enough words that she likes me now? That this is the route we've
Oh,
gone?
the camera's definitely tilted right now. Okay.
It is.
This is fucked up.
Like you said, I'm in this club now. Oh my god.
Oh, it's making me a little sick. Oh, it's zooming in too. She's getting closer. It's moving. It's moving.
This game is so fucky. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
Wait.
I thought you meant like tilting as in like it just is off center, but no, it is moving.
Actually, yeah, it's moving and... Oh, that's weird.
Ever so slightly. It makes me feel sick. Oh my god, this game.
I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure?
It's making me feel sick.
I just felt like... Oh, as vice president and all. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Oh, this is fucked
Yuri
up.
reached into her bag and pulls out a book.
I look up from the text and everything's different. I didn't want you
It's
to feel
fucking
left out.
squishing and expanding
It
now.
is. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Oh my god, she is getting closer
It's
too!
a short read, so it should keep your attention.
Why is
if
it
you don't
expanding on
usually
her?
Read.
No, the whole picture's fucking expanding
And we
in!
could, discuss it if you wanted.
Her boobs are getting bigger.
I'm okay with that.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
What the fuck is happening behind me?
It's She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading so much. Oh my god, it's zooming in so much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Get me out of this hellhole. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh my god, that was jarring.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activity for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Wow, this turned into another Yuri run. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, it seems like she's on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second.
Doo-doo.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. I was focused. Then I probably wouldn't. Oh, if I was focused, then I probably. Oh shit!
It's doing it again.
Fuck you! But I was just rereading a bit of it, so her eye is off.
No, it's still moving.
Her eyes. She's an alien.
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Her eye is fucking moving.
That's the book that you. Did any of this happen on your run?
I was just reading when I was doing it.
You didn't know.
Spooky shit was happening, but I wasn't watching her fucking eye drift off her face. I wanted to reread some of it. Ah, okay. Not for any particular reason.
Why is it so spooky?
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Uh,
And why does your eye fall off your face?
Well, when
we were just talking about this last episode, I think, too.
Yeah, she wiped her eye off, yeah. It happened, we predict the future. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see.
Wow, way to be
There's
really
something
into it.
fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go.
It's her fucking eye moving off her face.
I thought we start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so?
I remember this part.
What's the story about anyway?
Wow.
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison.
Nope, this is
And
not
the
the
people-
same book as
And the
before.
people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off the limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might have been a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
It's Isaiah.
Yes, but it got
Not
fucked
me.
up now.
I'm not a
Someone
fan.
killed themselves and now this game's all fucking haunted.
Jesus.
Yeah, keep going.
No, it's not that. Quickly, sit down, have fun, watch us.
Making like dumb voices.
Yes, shut up. Sit down. Fuck off.
Yeah, Isaiah, we gotta film for like 2 weeks of shit because Chase isn't here next weekend.
I'm gonna
so-
be in Atlanta. Yeah.
Wow.
Or you could just not.
No, we have to.
It's a commitment. Why?
No, it's not
Oh,
that.
because I'm seeing a concert.
Next one!
No, it's not that.
I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things.
Did you get
She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, But because the world is full
There it
of
is!
horrible
There it
people
is!
and we're all worthless anyway. I don't remember her saying that last time.
And then
And
like,
suddenly, oh, I'm rambling, aren't I?
and then her eye was like falling off her face, and then
The screen was
yeah.
tilting like this.
and then
zooming
you
in.
get like random little
sorry.
faces on the side of it.
Hey, don't apologize,
That's me.
says you.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
One of them killed themselves
Wow.
after Sam said I love you too.
I guess it's alright then.
Seems like my life
But
in
I feel
general.
like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let the things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly. Oh!
I
I
forgot.
kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I didn't press the button that time, it just moved on its own.
Oh,
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. Oh, every conversation with you.
Actually run close.
I
That's-
know, right?
that's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. At Literature Club, after all.
Oh!
She didn't go to school.
That's.
She didn't go to school.
Well, that's true.
In fact,
Come with me to my crib.
I might as well get started reading
I was
it, right?
considering-
Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but.
I was considering easy school.
Yeah.
What?
So excited you're interrupting our everything for this. Important to make it. Well, if you're not going to engage in this,
We're having a little conversation right now. We were engaging. Give us 2 minutes.
apparently we have to. Let's pause the timer. Let's give them 2 minutes, ladies and gents. All right, 2 minutes, go.
Basically, it's like homeschooling. There's like 2 ways you can do it. You do like easy schooling, which is usually like online.
I'm gonna fucking get a glass of water.
Yeah, this is. Let's just let this record this too.
And
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
people
edit
do so that they can like
Huh?
graduate early and stuff, right?
The extent of my editing
And then
is
there's
audio.
the schooling that I do that's like super hard.
It's okay. I'm really good at video
And it
editing.
like takes forever and it's like stressful. So I was considering next year doing like
then just pull it
some easier courses and stuff like that.
Not copyrighted.
Because I don't really want to do chemistry. Like I'm supposed to be doing chemistry next year. And I really don't want to. So I might just, like the science unit isn't bad. It's just science with social studies. It's like super horrible. But my social studies next year apparently is gonna be really easy. So yeah, and then it'll be like I'm not doing writing, and I just have grammar to do, which is easy. So
What are you doing?
That was on your laptop.
Ew.
Or your computer.
It could have been Seamus drooling.
It's not water, it's too thick to be water.
I was walking
It's
out,
thick?
Seamus is
It's
like
a
looking
little
at me, and I was
thick.
like, hi.
That's a little gross.
It's on my hands.
Nice.
It's either
I just.
Silas cum or Seamus
Well, who
drool.
wouldn't want a little bit of science now? Like, realistically.
Or it's
Me?
Seamus is drooling.
I wouldn't.
It's.
Or it's Seamus
sticky.
cum. It's sticky.
It's like, no, it's greasy.
Oh, that's weird.
Because he
Silas
has
is
this
here.
problem of when he licks himself, he drools.
It's funny, as I
Oh,
was
you know what it
walking
might
out,
have been?
Seamus is like
Might have
looking
been.
at me.
It might have been Seamus licking and then wiping his
Yeah.
back.
Because he drools. When he licks himself, you know when a cat normally licks himself, he's not wet.
Yeah.
He's wet when he licks himself.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the shit that was on him.
Oh, like
yesterday.
the oil.
He might have rubbed it onto the computer by accident.
He likes pickles.
He likes pickles, so he's just like you.
Yeah, look at watch him. Look at more pickles.
Oh!
I will get you one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, get the laptop. We're not gonna be interrupted. You're gonna engage.
Yes.
Ooh.
Just all you have to do is watch, man.
Let me just get the book.
How much longer are you playing?
Well, we got a lot more to do.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. God, this again.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. That is kind of weird. I think I said that last time.
I see.
Are you turning into me slowly?
Huh?
I see. Pickle!
It's your cup. Take
Oh, it's my cup, oh my god!
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Like, I'll eat it in my mouth.
Alright.
I won't eat the whole thing, but...
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye.
I literally stole one out of my cup.
I realize
Don't eat it.
that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. What?
Wait, did it actually say that?
It went by really fast.
Yeah, I see.
The cat's eating a pickle.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Are you? No, I mean it. I mean, sorry. I mean,
Ah. Here, this should work, right?
I'm sorry everybody, I'm eating a pickle.
I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold the book more between the two of them.
Ah! I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy.
It's a
Once
big
we each
pickle.
lean in a little bit. Once we each learn in a little bit,
We're gonna
our
learn.
shoulders are almost touching.
Cute.
Oh my god.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn page.
You're not allowed to watch.
Here.
The shits. Yes.
Yuri takes my left arm and puts it in her vagina. Yuri takes her left arm and
What?
holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Excuse you.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book and in my testicles.
This is an incredibly inefficient way to read a book.
The way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer together than before.
Okay.
It's actually kind of distracting me.
Yeah.
Her boobaloo. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready to turn the page?
Ah,
Simon.
sorry.
I love you so much.
I love you too. I think... I didn't even notice what. Yeah, boobs.
She's boobs?
What?
I think I got a
Me too.
bit distracted for a second. That's me. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, and her eyes meet.
She's looking at you!
I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least
Did she
I can
just-
do. Since you've been so patient with me. She's saying that you're
Yeah,
you're slow on the go? Is that what she's saying?
thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm reading to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Pff, you're not really reading.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Intimate.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as
Intimate.
she catches it
Just like to
under her own thumb. No!
It's intimate.
pronunciate your words.
Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but
Hey.
the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
why?
that face.
No.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry.
Oh god, she murders
I
people.
thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind.
She framed her suicide.
We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Because you murder people.
Huh?
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Huh?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Why? Alright, don't push yourself.
It's just fucking water. Chill out.
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Okay.
Silas! Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
Yeah, you fucking rapist. You're a rapist, Silas.
No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly.
Why'd you question me?
Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? No. Well, she might be a while. Well, she might be a while. Well, she might be a while. So I just figured we'd get started without her.
Stop.
Oh, is that okay?
Why
Yeah,
did you
I
go
just
scream?
asking.
You're
I stand up.
probably being way too loud for my
It's okay, he fixes everything in post.
That one that I watched that you guys sounded like robots? That was good.
Yeah, no, we've had troubles with audio in the past.
Yeah, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then I slip it back into my dick. I mean,
You slip it into your dick?
into
Ew.
my dick.
That's gotta. Oh, wow. Wow,
Wow.
who do we
Whoa.
choose? One or two?
Let's choose two.
Natsuki it.
God damn wrong.
You said two!
Yeah, but you started with Monica 1 or 2.
I meant one or two.
Dumbass.
Alright.
I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. This is gonna get... Guys, you gotta pay attention. This is probably gonna get real fucky. Hi, Silas! Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. Glad to hear it.
Except for that part where fucking Yuri ran out of the classroom, like...
And her eye fell off and everything got fucked up.
Yeah.
By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better,
Got really
I'm always listening.
You running out of batteries there?
Yeah. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up.
Of course.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Settled in.
Oh, pickles?
Settled in.
Gross.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Fucking fight.
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Okay.
Don't worry, Silas. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know.
Everyone but Sayori, because she's
Dead and not even in the game anymore. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Silas. I was going ooh in my head while reading. I'm just imagining you. It's really metaphorical.
Pickles.
It's not attractive. I don't like pickles. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
You might want to watch your pickle sales.
It's okay. I already slapped my testicles twice.
She's gonna do a
I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair.
It's just fucking judgy.
Well, I guess it worked anyway.
Judgy bitch. Alright.
You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
She does?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing or though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much of her time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her like a lot of kindness.
Like,
with a lot
like
of kindness.
a lot of kindness. I treat you like a lot of kindness.
Thanks, Chase.
You're welcome, buddy.
I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be so much.
She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier.
I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri!
I'm back.
Why are you mad?
Did I miss anything?
Stop. Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize.
Yuri!
We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
So more glad.
Why
That's
does-
what it said.
why
So
does
I'm
Yuri
more
just
glad.
look
Alright.
like she has like something up her butt all the time.
Because she's sticking a
And,
dildo
like,
up her
it's-
butt
and,
all
like,
the time.
it's really
Oh, it's so
sensual.
hot.
Like, just-
Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get
No,
my
this
poem
is
now.
Patrick.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
I believe you.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
Bitch,
I
I hear
see.
you.
Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced. This is different.
It is.
I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply
Oh.
or are they
Oh.
or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
What's happening? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it.
Fucking
Sorry,
scary.
I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Potty poopler!
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Yeah, I tried that. It's I
When
feel like
performing out loud, it can really be powerful. It can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this poem?
Excuse me?
Work, Disney.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
So you
It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany?
What's an epiphany?
Epiphany.
Suddenly idea.
It's, yeah,
Like a just...
a sudden thought or idea. What? Yeah, something like that.
Baby.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
If this, if this is the same, I'm just gonna skip it.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific
I
point.
think we've read this.
If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
Oh, what spooky
Just
stuff
force
happened
yourself to
again?
get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same
La, la,
spot for
la,
too
la,
long,
la, la, la,
just...
la, la. Thanks for listening. Okay, who should... Well, since we don't have a lot of choices...
I choose option 3.
I don't think so.
There you go, you did it right.
I did it. Holy shit!
Silence!
Did you just shit your pants?
You better not have.
Well.
That's my couch.
It's about what I expected from someone like you.
I'm so scared to lift my leg to let it out. That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just smells like shit. It smells like shit in here. Just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
The fuck you say, bitch?
It'll pass.
Sigh. She looks like a monster from Monsters Inc. Her hair looks like a horn. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. You've seen this. Eagles are stupid.
Yeah, they are.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Okay? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Sophisticated.
Exactly. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Like my dick.
Like this, like in this poem.
Like my dick.
Silas can dick. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb.
Silas can dick again.
Or don't.
Mhm.
Okay.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about writing, about simple writing, is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat, like my chest. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Bitch.
That's what it means to be a pro.
No.
Ha! MLG. Fuck you. I'm glad you learned
360
something.
no scope, bitch.
Fucking noob.
Fucking squeaker.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
Not
I decided to humor her with the last comment.
comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but that's whatever is really feeling proud when I can't read. Won't take that away from her.
Then why try?
Alright,
I want to be involved.
on to my babe.
We got 8 minutes left. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. And then we got another hour. And then
Exceptional.
another 2 hours.
What was that?
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face with her boobs.
Oh,
Ooh.
He's gonna hate me.
What? You really didn't. Wait, how do I know her train of thought now?
You're a mind reader.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
She's getting kind of weird. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors. In Dick 8's, you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Fucking wow, that's a huge comment coming from you!
I don't
This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Oh, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writers that have several top matter and the fifth one to do again. The end result is blah blah blah.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that I have and you don't. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I'm just looking for things the
It
screen's
may take you
doing,
some
all
time,
fucky.
but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things and run on sentences. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That Suki can be a bitch.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
That's what I thought until someone died.
I didn't mean
I've
to.
already read this.
Okay, I didn't see your hair.
I-
How did you get it done?
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
Tuesday.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of that at all.
Like,
I'm gonna sneeze.
But it took you a long time to read.
reach it more.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your ad rating is pretty.
Eh?
Leave.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. Usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it.
That's gross.
I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
My face.
Are you into Ghost Siri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all.
I'm so
Really?
in the picture.
I must have totally missed the point.
Huh, right over your head, as usual. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. In their work, they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn. Putting it that way, I hadn't even thought of that.
That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, I guess.
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Silas.
Oh god. Me too.
And me too.
When's it gonna get all fucky again? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're
Oh, the
just
music
being
is
nice.
fucked up. That was off key. That was weird.
This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective
Oh,
poems.
this is fucking.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles saddened. Smiles sadly.
What's with this language? I'm gonna be yelling at myself. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can I be cute?
Oh no.
She's the next one to die.
I know that.
I hope so.
I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Oh my god, stop being a
Thanks,
little bitch.
but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Silas did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Oh, she's so posh. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss, Silas. And Silas liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was inspired by it. Impressed is the same thing. Kind of. not
Natsuki
really.
suddenly stands up.
Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You? You're just...
Yuri stands up
music
as
is
well.
Weird.
What's happening?
Maybe you're just jealous that Silas appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You... Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grow a size bigger as Silas started showing up. Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little
This doesn't involve you. I can't, like... Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look at. Oh, me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? You're just saying that to prove my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute?
What is
The only
happening?
cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Head. Yeah, go on. Let Silas hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she's noticing I was standing there.
Silas. She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. How did I get... Oh, Natsuki Yuri.
What is it? Let's leave this decision for the next episode.
Next episode. Okay.
So,
Okay.
if you liked the content and you want to see us get really fucked up, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. We'll give you free shit, but not really.